All right, a couple fights coming up. Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios. Okay, I'll do a quick video on this. And then there's also another fight. Devin Alexander is fighting Victor Ortiz. I'll do a separate video on that fight. Okay. But my initial thoughts, I think this is a showcase fight for Danny Garcia. I think Brandon Rios, even on his best day, on his absolute best, okay, his best performance to me was that I've seen since he's moved up was probably the Mike Alvarado third fight, okay, which he destroyed Mike Alvarado. He made it look like they shouldn't have even had a trilogy, okay. But I think that was his best and last performance. That was it. I think Brandon Rios has taken a lot of punishment throughout the years. He's taken a lot of losses. And fighting a guy like Danny at this point, is just a bad idea. I think he would have had more of a chance maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but now, today, fighting Danny Garcia right now is a bad fight for Brandon Rios, I think Danny's very capable of stopping him. And I just don't think... I think Danny pretty much has every advantage. And you know what? As we know Brandon Rios as a tough guy, a guy that could take a hit, a guy that is a phone booth fighter and everything. But you got to understand, Danny Garcia, we like to label him as a cherry picker and all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, he is one of the most durable fighters out there. For him to be a pretty skilled boxer, he's extremely durable. There's been fights where he's taken a lot of punishment. He was getting hit with bombs by Keith Thurman early in that fight. Bombs. It was bombs away, especially that first round. Keith was very, very explosive in that fight, and it did really not much to anything to Danny Garcia. Okay, Lamar Peterson was putting a lot of pressure on Danny Garcia in the second half of that fight. A lot of punishment on him. Okay, and Danny still stood and fought. Okay, if you look back when Zab Judah started coming back and hitting Danny with some big haymakers late in that fight, Danny still took him. Danny has never been down. Danny has never been down in his career. I don't even think as an amateur, I don't think he's ever been down. Okay? Brandon Rios is not going to be that guy to do it, and it's not going to take much to hit Brandon Rios. He's there to get hit. And he's past his prime. Wherever you want to put him as his prime, he's past that already. It's gone. And you're fighting a guy, a boxer, puncher, like Danny, who's better defensively, who punches probably harder. He probably punches harder, who's probably more durable. He hasn't taken nearly as much damage as Brandon Rios over the years. Who's 4-1 against better fighters, better resume. Danny's faster, better counterpuncher. He has every advantage to win this fight. If Danny were to lose to Brandon Rios, that would be upset of the year, and the year just started. It's just, we got Errol Spence against Lamar Peterson coming up next week. Lamar Peterson has a way much better chance of beating Errol Spence than Brandon Rios does beating Danny Garcia. And I think Errol Spence is better than Danny Garcia. But I'm just saying that it's so unlikely for Brandon Rios to win this fight. And I think Brandon Rios should retire. I already said he should retire. He doesn't need to take any more hits to the head. Okay? I'm not even trying to disrespect him. I'm saying this as a fan. I like Brandon Rios, but he has no shot of winning this fight. Danny is a guy that could box good, but he could slug it out too well, and he could take the punches well. And I just can't see Brandon Rios going round after round taking this type of damage from Danny Garcia. Danny's going to beat him. Danny's going to stop him. I can see Brandon Rios getting stopped and maybe quitting in his corner. Towel getting thrown in this fight at some point. All right. Danny's gonna destroy him, and I think it will happen within 6 rounds. Okay, at most. All right. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm not feeling this fight. You know, it's a showcase fight for Danny. Uh, you know, I know he's coming off of a loss, but he didn't get destroyed by Keith Thurman. You know, for him to take this kind of layoff, I know it's his first loss, but this is not a fight. Brandon Rios was never on Danny Garcia's level, in my opinion. Okay, call him cherry picker, call him whatever you want. It is what it is. This is Danny Garcia. This is an easy fight for Danny. All right, peace.